against the children of
Isaiah 10 and 5. Oh, Assyrian, the rod of mine anger.
Right, so Assyrian was the rod of Yahweh at that time when they were afflicting the Israelites. All right?
It says, oh, Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. I will send them against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge.
Right, so the hypocritical nation at that time was the Israelites, the nation of Israel, man. And they were going to be destroyed. So in this time, it's Esau. You know, that's the rod of the Lord's anger that the Lord is using against his Anglo-Latinos and Native American Indians, man. That's why you're always getting pistol whipped and shot and killed, tased. I watched the video. I didn't look to see if that man was a Jake or anything, but here in Texas, they pulled over a car. I don't know what happened exactly, but the officers and everything, they started busting out the windows on the car and the passenger side. Looked like an Impala, and he shattered the glass finally, and he shot the taser, and it fucking blew up. It ignited, and the cop got blown away. But they're saying that what caused that is because there was a gas cannon that spilled over during the chase. But you know, that quick, you know what I'm saying, and that man got burned alive in there. You know? That's Esau. Esau's coming to devour, man. And that's what he gets, that dude gets in that video, because you should see the way he was all fucking just trying to bang it. Hit it like 3 or 4 times and it finally shatters. He was using all his force. You know, all he had to do was probably just get at a certain angle, you know, just hit it one little way, and then boom, it would have shattered. Nah, he was all fucking bah, bah, and then he pulls out his shit and shot, bah, and he fucking gets shot away, and that man right there burns alive in that car. That's what Esau's doing, man. And then I guarantee that man, that police officer that did that shit, he's being held as you know, oh, it's okay, you're just doing your job, and you know, we're gonna give him a medal of honor. You know, I don't know. I'm just saying that. Well, that man and his family. What happened to that man and his family? They watched the video, and his son, their dad or whatever he could be, got burned alive because that fucking cop. He was all being full of rage. That's why the scriptures say that they're gonna, in 2 Corinthians 16 and 16, that they're gonna be coming as mad men, sparing none. Even to the point they kill it, they destroy their own selves because they're full of rage. They're fucking idiots, man.
There was a video, man, of 2 police officers, man. I'm not sure I don't know what the spirit of that police officer was, man. But I'm saying he's an Edomite, or he has a spirit of an Edomite, because the way he was acting, he was getting violent with the guy he was trying to put him to, or trying to detain. And his partner was trying to calm him down. And but that police officer didn't care. He went through him. He was trying to get through his own partner, man. You know, just what the brother's speaking about, man. You Edomites, man, y'all reckless. Like everything we speak, like Esau's about to come in. That's why like we just told this man, you know, they're getting ready, man. Like I was gonna say earlier, man. When the brother was saying about how we're bringing out basic scriptures today. Well, that's why I said last week, man, that the Most High's backtracking, because you always notice when it gets to the end, you always bring out the beginning. You always bring out because you don't start at the end and be like, we're going to you to this. We're starting with you at the beginning so we can get to the end of your problem. We're starting at the beginning so we can show you it's been a problem ever since. And it's been a problem ever since that we've been out here, that Esau's a cancer, man. And that's why we're getting these regular scriptures out, because we're warning you again, like, hey, now it's being professed. Now America's really putting up these certain cities we're talking about. He's actually putting them out there now. He's claimed, America, the higher ups, whoever it is, has claimed that this city, San Angelo, is being watched. Worldwide now, or however it is, that we're being watched. And it's getting to a point that they want to send their military in now. If it be a hoax or whatever, it would be a false flag, those are real though too, false flag operations to usher in whatever his agenda is, so be it. If not, all right, we're still taking heed. But that's something serious, dude. I told my brother as soon as I heard it the other night, I was going to tell them later, but it was already too late, so I waited till the morning. And I wanted to tell them right away, like, look what they're proclaiming about us now. And I guarantee you it's because us two men are out here. They've seen us. You know, we're not out here not being watched. But they're now, San Angelo has come onto their list. Something about this place, they're watching them.
And I got the example in the book of Daniel, chapter 3, where Sirach, Meshach, and Abednego were thrown into the fiery furnace. How Nebuchadnezzar was full of rage. Daniel 3 and 13. Then Nebuchadnezzar in his rage and fury commanded to bring Sadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Sadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now if you be ready, that at what time you hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, the phalestry, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, you fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if you worship not, you shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? So that's how Esau is. Esau's like, man, I got all the power I got equipped on my body. I got a tase, I got a gun. He got his nightstick, you know. He got all these different devices that he can use against you. And in his fury, he wants to devour you. You know, because you're not bowing down. You're not bowing down to him. You're not bowing down to their laws, that's commandments here in America. You know, and they have a problem with it, right? You don't fit their image because you're black, because you're brown. You know, you don't have the same lifestyle as the Edomites. And Nebuchadnezzar being bold too, right there, saying, "Who can deliver you out of my hand? What God can deliver you out of my hand?" Man, yeah. That same attitude here in America. The same attitude that happened in Egypt. Egypt was like, Pharaoh was like, I don't know you're a God. You know? Although he saw all these signs, he's been tormented. Finally, at the end, he finally was like, you know what? I had enough. Get your people and go. Right? But he was still destroyed. Verse 16. Sirach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. See, they didn't give a fuck. Get them on the 2nd Ezra 16 where it says they're going to come as matters. If it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will devour us out of thine hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Because either way, they knew that they were going to receive a better resurrection, you know, regardless of the situation. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury again, and the form of his visage was changed unto Sadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Sadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. So Nebuchadnezzar got several, I don't know how many mighty men that were mighty men. All right? Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace was exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Sadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So those men were full of fury and rage, blinded by their rage, threw them in, not considering the flame. They got devoured. You know, devoured. They could have been like, hey, you know what, king? Turn this thing down a little bit, man, because if not, it's going to destroy us. But they were so stupid and idiotic that they were like, fuck fucking just enraged and they threw them in and they basically threw themselves in there. They got devoured too. Going back to that incident I was telling you about, that man, that cop that tasered that man in the car and it ended up igniting in fire. It blew his ass back. You know? Not considering the matter, not thinking like, hey, you know, let me control myself. That's what these cops, man, all they want to do is they want to get into a confrontation. You authority figures here in America, all you want to do is get into a confrontation. You want to have any reason to shoot somebody. It's like the brothers always say, you think they're building all these missiles to be put in a museum? They're gonna use them. You think all these cops carrying these guns with the same old bullets for the past 5 years? They want to use those fucking bullets, man. They spent all the money on the ammo, the ammunition. Hey, start using it. Start killing some of these dudes, man. We're here to do a job. That's to oppress. And I know that's what they fucking tell us. We're here to do a job. And that's to oppress the people.
This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like mad men, sparing none.
They're gonna be like mad men, sparing none, man. They're gonna be men with some great hatred against us. Why, man? Like Paul said, have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? You know? There was men that in Paul's time that wanted to see him die. They couldn't because he was doing everything legally. He used the Roman and his Roman citizenship to back him up. But at the same time, he was standing for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's cause, not the Roman Empire's cause. You know? He had his traditions. You know? And the Romans knew. What was it? Was it Agrippa that knew all the traditions of all the nations? King Agrippa knew all nations' traditions, basically. You know, he was in the customs. He was educated in that. You know, he knew about Israel. You think that those records are thrown away? You think those records that those kings, those great kings and those kings, were just forgotten? No, Esau got them to this very day. And that knowledge trickled down to the higher ups. You know, they got in the police force, they got officers in high degrees that are into witchcraft, man. That worship Satan, that are Freemasons. You know, Freemasonry is not no fucking place where they try to help the community and all this bullshit. The motherfuckers are wicked, man. 3rd degree. Albert Pike even said that shit when he came from over there in Europe. He was a 33rd degree Freemason. The highest level you could be. And he even said they worship Lucifer. There's a lot of Satanists here in this world, man. In your churches. As a matter of fact, the Roman Catholic Church, they're fucking full. They're a bunch of Satanists, man. They whatever exorcisms they perform that are outside the public, the motherfuckers, they want to consult with them demons, man. They ain't trying, because at that, they're not coming in the right name. They're coming on Jesus, Mary, you know, and they speak in Latin. They're wicked, man.
It says they shall be like mad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
That's who. We're public enemy number one. Right? They know that those men that hold the keys to the truth are the ones that have the power to call upon the God of the universe to come and destroy them. So in order, giving us the foul fuels. GMOs, foods that are injected with bullshit. The water has fluoride, you know? That's why nowadays all these little kids are a bunch of fucking crybabies, whinies. Why? Because the food is contaminated with certain chemicals that fuck our bodies up, man. The way we're supposed to grow as being boys into men. You gotta fight against that. That's how Esau is trying to destroy the elect. Going back to King Herod, in the time when he found out Yahushua was coming in, the king of the Jews, you know, they had been studying the prophecies, and they saw that North Star, and they said that was because the king was about to be born, a king to deliver Israel. And what did King Herod do? He summoned up, was it 3 men, sheep herders, and then to go and to find out his location and come back to tell him where his whereabouts. But those men they were warned in a dream not to go back to Herod because he had another agenda. He wanted to kill the Messiah, the Savior of Israel. All right? And then what did he do after that when he couldn't get to Yahushua? He made a decree through all the land that any newborn up to the year of 2, to have them slaughtered. Come on, man. What happened at the time of Moses? And whenever, you know, the Egyptians knew that Israel was growing into a great power, you know, not a great power because they weren't going to rise up. They were being oppressed. So what were they doing? They were doing whatever they could to blow off steam. You know, they were fucking making babies. So they made a decree in the land to cut off any male baby. You know? And they were throwing them in the rivers and shit, feeding them to alligators and all kinds of stuff, man. So it's always happened. It's always happened. Now you got the abortion clinics. Same thing, man. Telling you that's a good idea. You know? You know, if you ain't ready for baby, you ain't ready to take care of a baby, just go ahead and have it, you know, taken out of you. You know, we'll put you through counseling, you know, to help you get over it. You know, it's not a bad thing. That's Esau trying to destroy us, man. No matter how hard he tries, he's not gonna get rid of the elect. You know? But when martial law comes in, we're gonna be one of the main ones that they're gonna want to get. We're gonna be the ones that they're gonna want to truly torture. Why? Because we stand up for what's right. We're not like this. We're not liking unto their fashion. We're of a different cloth, and they know that. Like it says in Wisdom of Solomon 2. Let's torture them and test his patience, whether he be of God. That's what us brothers, we tell you younger brothers, man, prepare yourself for temptation, man. Prepare yourself. When you step on this side, man, there ain't no turning back. There ain't no return. If you return back, you're just gonna have much more sore destruction. Can't forsake Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. They don't ever forsake you. We're the ones that forsake him. And if you fully forsake Yahushai, you take your hand away from that plow and don't want to continue to do the work and suffer for Yahushai, he's gonna have you fucking destroyed, man. And there's no point, there's no if buts about it. That's just the way it is. Unless he has extreme mercy on you to be brought back in.
Matthew 24 and 9, it says, "Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake."
Yeah, they're gonna deliver us, man. They're gonna afflict us, just like Yahushai. What did it say? We're not greater than the master. Get that one. We're gonna be afflicted. Hold what you got. Get that one too.
John 15 and 18. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. Yeah, that's not it. But it says,
read that one.
If you were of the world would love his own.
Right.
But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you.
Right, so basically, Esau knows that Texas is a hostile land, so he thinks he's gonna come in with love. He's gonna come in ready for war because he knows